Hi all. So welcome to this unboxing video of JMeter version 5.3. So yesterday JMeter has released a version 5.3 in the market and it's very beautiful. So in this video we are going to see what are the major changes that has been made in JMeter version 5.3, right? So let us start. Now first let us visit the website of JMeter. So here you can see this is the official website of JMeter, and here download Apache JMeter. So here we can see JMeter version 5.3 is available to download, and for here is the link, right? So using this link we can download for Windows, right? If you are using any Windows operating system, so you can use that one plus Mac OS. The people who is using a Mac operating system, for them this link is there. The above link is for those people who are using Ubuntu, okay, Linux, Ubuntu, or Linux flavor, any Linux flavor, correct. And simply click on that and it will be downloaded. So I have here I have downloaded here. It's in zip format, right? And then as we know, we have to decompress it, right? So this is how it look like, and it's a 120 MB of a very short software. So that is the beauty of JMeter. It's a very small size software, right? Now coming to the major changes. So here we can see in the next slide important changes, right? So first change is skin color or theme. So they have added more option to it, and it can be applied without a restart, correct. So whenever you launch the JMeter first time by going inside a bin directory and clicking on jmeter.bat, so first color will be the black color, black skin, black theme, right. So we'll just see. So here I'll just click this jmeter.bat file to launch the JMeter, right? And this is the JMeter console, right? And the JMeter will be coming after this. So we can minimize that console. So this is a very beautiful logo coming here. And here we can see that the JMeter 5.3 has been launched. And this is the default skin, right? Default skin, which is black color. Now if we go here in tools, not sorry, in options, here in look and feel, and you see so many option has been added, so many themes, correct. And by default the default theme is dark left Dracula, okay. If you do not like this black color, so you can select anyone. Let us say my favorite is metal, so I'll just select the metal. And the beauty is, earlier when we have to do the changes, it requires a restart, okay. Earlier when you apply any theme, so it requires restart. Now it doesn't require any restart. Without restart also you can do the changes. So that is the beauty. So I'll just change the color from this Dracula to metal, and see, it doesn't require the uh, restart and changes effect. If you can also change it back to any black color. Earlier this option was not there. Black, we cannot change it to that default black color, but now you can change it. All these options are available, right. Next changes is add elements option in edit menu. So here if we go in edit, this add button has been added, and from this add button we can now open, or now we can add all the elements also. So this extra they have added here, and they have made some kind of fixes here. So compared to the earlier version, they have made some fixes here in this add button to work it properly. So that is the next change, right. Then log level. So more options has been added and UI change has been done. So I have let us see here. This is 5.3. So in options we have log, right, log viewer and log level. So you can see now some extra option has been added, and default is always info, correct. default log is always info, and we can see here that the radio button have came up. Now compared to 5.2.1, here I have 5.2.1, and in options, if you see earlier, only limited options were there, right? And this feature is also not very much fine, that which one is default or which one is selected in 5.2.1. But now here we can, some extra options has been added, and radio buttons option has also came, so it's very easy to select them. Correct. Now next is EY enhancement for these elements, like for each controller, if controller, thorough put controller, while controller, counter config element, XPath to extractor, function helper dialog box, search, JUnit, and request and JMS element. Okay, so EY enhancement means compared to the previous this example that we have just seen, that log level was also earlier also it was there, but now in EY enhancement has done, right? So same, if we go for any of these elements, let us say that for each controller, if controller, or thorough put controller, so EY enhancement has made here for each controller or thorough put controller. Correct. So earlier it's not like that these elements are newly added, they were earlier also, but this is called EY enhancement. So it's they have made it much better, or looking the EY feel, look and feel, right? Look and feel of these element listed here, they have made it much better, or our function helper dialog box here, this one, that is also it's also they have made it good. And the search button, if I press Ctrl F, so the search pop-up will come. So here also, if you observe, compared to the previous search, let us say I have 5.2.1 here, right? And here I'll press search button, so you can see some changes, some UI changes they have made. And this is for 5.2.1, this is latest one, 5.3, and it's looking a little bit more beautiful, right? So this is called the UI changes. So the UI changes has been made for these listed elements, these all elements. Then we have some other important changes as well. This is very important, right? If an element is disabled, so all its child element is also disabled. Earlier this was not happening. So I have here 5.2.1. I'll just add some elements here, thread group, right? And inside that, let us say we will use recording controller, right? Here let us add some elements. So HTTP request, correct? So many elements. Now if I disable this recording controller, so you can see this recording controller is being disabled, but these elements are not getting disabled, right? So earlier this was not happening, and it was not very much good uh, in working while on JMeter. Now it's working fine. Or if you disable any element, all its child element will also be disabled, correct? So what I'll do, I'll just copy this this stuff and put it in. This is the 5.3. Okay. Paste here. Now here same. Just a second. I have pasted here. Okay. Now if I disable the recording controller, so all its element has been disabled, right? If you observe, all its element has been disabled, which is earlier it was not happening, now it's happening. So it's a very good enhancement they have done. Now coming to the undo redo support for editable fields. So this is another very good important feature they have bought in. So it means that, let us say that in 5.2.1 I will write something here. Okay, here or in path, let us say I'll write something, anything. I'll write www, or I'll write here www.google.com, correct? Now if I try to do undo redo, it will not work. See, I am pressing Ctrl Z and Ctrl Y. It's not Control Z and Control Y, it's not it's they are not getting undo. Okay, I'm pressing on my keyboard, but it's not working. Same thing I'll write on this 5.3. Okay, here 5.3. So here let us say I'll write www.google.com, and if I press Control Z, so you can see it's working. They are getting deleted, right? All got deleted, right? And uh, so undo, that is working. And for redo, we have to do Control Shift Z. Just a second. I have a shortcut here for this pane. That's why it's not taking. But we can also redo as well. So that is the important feature, right? I'll just again show you www.google.com we have written, and if you try to undo that, so if you press Ctrl G, it's getting deleted. But earlier it was not happening. Here if you see, I have just written google.com, right? Again I'll write it, and if I try to press Ctrl Z, it's not working. So it was a very irritating feature. Now they have enhanced it, and now it's working here, correct, in 5.3. So this is a very major and important thing they have bought in along with this one. Then a default value of HTTP client 4 to live has been modified to earlier the default value of this HTTP client 4. So in request default, if you see config element and HTTP request default, we have implementation, okay, in advanced tab here. In that HTTP client 4 option is there. So default connecting value for that earlier was it was 2000. Now they have increased it to 60,000. It means that the HTTP connections will live longer than before, right? And why they have done that? So in browser also the time setting is closer to this 60,000 only in our real browser also. So that's why they have made it closer to the browser. Okay. Now one more important thing they have brought in is allow spaces in the function expression. Okay, so let us say we have any function here, control V, sorry, go to function tab, and we have here p function, for example, right? And if you write anything here in notepad, this is the p function, correct? And if you write something p and something here, and if you give a space here or here some space, correct? So earlier it was throwing error. In JMeter it was throwing error earlier, right? Now it's allowed. If you give any space in between them also, it will work. So they have fixed that. It's not for p function only. Any function you take, any function, if you give some space in that, so earlier till 5.2.1 it was throwing an error. Now it will not throw an error if you are giving any space here. Then time shift function. Time shift function is a very important function to add. Why time shift function is done? Let us say today date is something 17th. What is the today date? Something it's 18th of May, 17th of May. Okay, so it's 17th of May, right? And I want to add 2 date more to it, or 3 day more to it, like that. So using this time shift function you can do it. It was very easy and efficient thing. No need to write any bin shell code and other thing. But it was not working for this format earlier. If you want YYMMDD with hours also and minute and second, it was not working. It doesn't work, right? But now it's working fine, and the syntax will look like this, correct? And this is the addition that we want to do. Here we have to give the addition thing, right? Now next important thing is that they have added a median field to the dashboard, and the response time percentile fields supports a floating number. Okay, so will do what I will show you in real time. Okay, so here I have two reports. This is the dashboard HTML report, correct? So here you can see this report is from 5.2.1. Okay, 5.2.1, and here you see average column, min, max column, and this three response time columns are there, right? But before starting of this video, what I did, I just executed one test using JMeter 5.3, right here 5.3, and generated a report. So the new report, the new HTML report here, if you observe, here median column has been added. Correct. Here median column has been added, and the medium value are also coming. Right. Apart from that, 90 percentile, 95, and 99 percentile. So this is one more addition they have done, and apart from that, the response time percentile field supports floating point number as well. Okay, so it means that if if decimal value will also be there, so that will be also reflected here. So these two major enhancement they have done, correct, compared to the previous JMeter. So this is also a very good and important enhancement made by them. Then coming to this important enhancement, that connect time on parent sample when transaction controller using via transaction controller. So it means that earlier if you have a transaction controller, okay, and inside that, let us say you have some request, 2 to 3 requests, something like that. Okay, here like that, and if I add a listener here, so I'll just run it. Okay, so let me make it more accurate. So what I'll do here, I'll write google.com. Okay, and here also same, two requests, and the transaction name, let us say we'll give it launch transaction, right, and we'll try to execute it. This is request 1, and this is request 2. So here you see that connect time is coming. This is a transaction controller, and here connect time is coming, and for each request also connect time is there. For here it's 0. So earlier there was some problem here, and the total connect time, this transaction controller was not showing the total connect time for this request and this request. Now they have fixed it. So what will happen whenever any transaction will be having multiple requests inside that, so it will be giving the overall connect time for both of them. Okay, for both of them. So if I change it to co.in and let us execute, so here it's 21, and here it's 106, so it's around 21 plus 1 1027, right? So it's coming correct. 21 plus 106, right? So it's coming correct. So they have fixed that issue, this issue as well. Now so that is also one major fix. Then Java 14 can be used for the builds now. Support for Java 14, the latest version of Java, is also implemented, and some documentation links have been fixed. It means that if you click anywhere on this, if you want to learn about that any of this request, so you right click and go click on help, and that page will be opened, right? So some the links for some of the information or some of the elements or some of the elements of the JMeter, they were not working earlier, so that they have fixed. Okay, that they have fixed. So these are the list of major changes that has been made in JMeter version 5.3, and I really liked it. It's very good. I have worked I have used it, and it's little bit faster also, and it's working the theme and other things. They have improved it in a much good manner. Okay. And if you want to read detailed changes what has been made, so please go to this changes page, correct, of official site of JMeter. You can read version 5.3 and all the detailed changes they have made, so it has been listed here. It's a very huge, and in 5.3 they have made some major and good changes, right? So this is the page. So thank you everyone, have a good day.